Hello, this is Mike from Cornerable Software. In this video, I'm going to show you the new Windows account monitoring templates that enable you to get a list of enabled accounts, active accounts, and inactive accounts on both local systems as well as domain controllers. To view the new templates, expand the Root Templates node, then Sample Templates, then Windows, then Accounts. If the group does not exist, select Tools, Create Default Objects, and the sample templates will be automatically created for you. Once expanded, we see 7 templates: active domain accounts 90 days, active local accounts 90 days, enabled domain accounts, enabled local accounts, inactive domain accounts AD, and inactive local accounts. I'm going to start out with the simplest template first, specifically enabled local accounts. When I open the properties, we see this is a PowerShell template. Selecting the Option tab reveals the PowerShell command that is being executed. The module is Microsoft PowerShell Local Accounts, and the get local user command is executed. No parameters are specified. The name, full name, enabled, and last logon are returned when the enabled property is set to true. Running the command reveals the output, and we can see the list of columns that are included in the output of the template. Name, full name, enabled, last logon. Name, full name, enabled, last logon. If I assign this template to a host, execute the template, then explore the results, we can see the list of users within the Detail tab. These results can be automatically saved to a CSV, HTML, or PDF, or emailed by adding the appropriate action to the OnComplete dropdown found in the template properties. Next, let's look at the Active Local Accounts template. The same command is used, however the arguments include a statement to limit the results to accounts that have logged in within the last 90 days. You can change this value to meet your requirements by simply changing the -90 value to the number of days you would like to check. Again, notice, just like the enabled account template, there are no warning and critical criteria. Something I forgot to mention while I was showing you the last template is that the local account templates are all configured to run on the management server. To run this on a remote system, the agent must be installed and these templates modified to use the agent. Once assigned to a remote host, then executed, we can see the list of active accounts. Next, let's look at the Inactive Local Accounts template. Notice this template simply selects all users regardless of the enabled and last logon values. However, down lower, we can see warning and critical criteria are defined. Any user that is not logged in within the last 30 days generates a warning trigger, and any account that is not logged in within the last 90 days generates a critical trigger. If I assign this template to a host, execute the template, We can see the template triggers an alert, and reviewing the detail shows us all accounts that have not logged in within the trigger thresholds. Next, let's look at the domain templates, starting with the enabled domain accounts. Notice the module is set to Active Directory and the command get AD user. Then notice this really complex argument list. The parameters filter on enabled accounts, extract the last logon time, then rename the columns to match the column names found in the local accounts templates. Finally, we can see there is no trigger criteria assigned. Just like the local account template, these results can be automatically saved to a CSV, HTML, PDF, or email by adding the appropriate action to the onComplete dropdown found in the template properties. Once assigned to a domain controller, we can see the results. Next, looking at the active domain accounts 90 days template, we can see there is a where object parameter that filters on accounts that have logged in within the last 90 days. Just like the last template, no trigger criteria are specified. If we assign it to the DC and run it, we can see the results. Next, looking at the inactive domain accounts template, notice just like the local version, this template simply selects all users regardless of the enabled and last login values. However, down lower, we can see the warning and critical criteria are defined. Any enabled account that has not logged in within the last 30 days generates a warning trigger. And any enabled account that has not logged in within the last 90 days generates a critical trigger. If I assign it to my DC and run it, we can see the template triggers an alert, and reviewing the detail shows us all accounts that have not logged in within the trigger thresholds. The last template, Inactive Domain Accounts AD, is an Active Directory template that uses the Directory Services API to query Active Directory. This template enables you to target specific OU groups of users to scan. Simply create a new Directory Service Connection object that targets a specific OU. Once assigned to my DC, then executed, we can see the results. That's enabled, active, and inactive Windows account monitoring and reporting with Cornerbowl Server Manager. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, please give it a like.